Hey, what's up, dudes and dudettes? Brad the Guitarologist here. I've got my hat on today. Got my new lizard skin boots on today. And I've got my knife because we're about to get serious up in this piece. Any of you guys who have shipped anything of size lately have noticed the vast increase, the exponential almost increase in shipping charges. And that is really hitting the guitar market hard because, as we all know, shipping guitars, especially if you're shipping across country or if you're shipping over the Rocky Mountains in the US in particular, that can get very expensive because anything that goes over the Rocky Mountains usually is going to have to jump on a plane at some point, and that just adds to the expense. In this video, I'm going to show you how to ship a lot more cheaply and to get the most out of your money. And I'm going to use this as an example. So a fella shipped me this box recently, and this only came from Missouri. So it came from Missouri to Kentucky, and these are adjacent states in the United States. So it's not that far, but it was shipped ground from Missouri to Kentucky, and you could clearly see that this could be shipped a little bit cheaper. And it should not cost this much to ship an item like this that close. So I'm going to give you some tips as to how he might have saved a lot of money doing this a little bit differently. Okay, so if you haven't guessed by now, this is a guitar. So he's just his packing material to take up the extra space. He's got a complete other box in here. So there's a lot of room in this box that was not being used, so that added greatly to the expense of shipping this. Here's the thing, he was shipping this to be as careful as possible, which is appreciated, but this box inside of this one is probably overkill, if I'm honest, and inside this box we'll probably going to see a lot more shipping, a lot more packing material, because this thing is barely holding on. And he's got this thing really well wrapped. And kudos for his packing job, because this is two boxes, one inside the other, with this much wrapping around the guitar. It's definitely going to arrive in one piece. But in this video, you know, that's not really the issue. The issue here is how could we have done this much cheaper and still achieved a good result of getting the item there safely. Because, you know, the thing about trading in guitars is if you can't ship things reliably and cheaply, then the whole business model of trading guitars online just falls apart. There's no way to do it if you can't do it cheaply. So $150 to ship this from Missouri to Kentucky is just extravagant. But I'll show you what this is. This is a very, very cool guitar. Okay, we got this thing inside here. I want to check it out just a little more closely. These have some interesting bridges on them. You see the two screws on this end, and then it's got two screws on this end. That allows you to adjust the pitch. You might sometimes have to tilt the bridge this way to get clearance for the back edge of the string. Otherwise, you might get rattle against this back edge. As you can see also, this has a Jaguar style set of saddles on it, in that it, you know, has these little grooves just like a Fender Jaguar. And you know, anybody who's played a Jaguar understands the frustration of saddles like that, because the strings will oftentimes pop out of these little grooves and then go to the next groove and the next groove. Some people just replace these saddles outright with like a barrel style saddle, but these are really cool, these 4 pickup Teiscos. These pickups in particular are some of the strongest Teisco pickups that were ever made, in my experience. These are pretty desirable and collectible. You know, anybody who's into Teiscos, this is one of the ones that, you know, is kind of sought after as far as Teisco collectors. And they call this the shark fin guitar. But anyway, cool, very cool guitar. But let's get back to the subject at hand here, which is shipping and the exorbitant cost of shipping, and how to keep those costs to a minimum, especially right now. Okay, now we're in front of the computer, and I'm going to show you, by going to the websites of the major shippers, UPS and FedEx, what this particular package would cost under various scenarios. So we're going to mess with a couple of parameters. I'm going to show you the cheapest possible way. So let's start out with exactly how this shipment was shipped And one of the things you might want to consider is that if you ship enough guitars, it might be worth your while to start a sole proprietorship business and then start business accounts on websites like UPS and FedEx. If you use a business account, it's going to be a lot less expensive. First, let's look at the actual shipping label. So it was sent from Kirksville, Missouri to Louisville. It's 15 pounds. The dimensions were 41 by 21 by 15. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go to UPS's website, 41 by 21 by 15. We will declare the same value that he declared, which was $500 of declared value. So this shipment should have cost $92.98 for UPS ground, and this second day air would have been $210. If we go back up here and we apply this discount, which you have to actually click the button to apply the discount, promo code up to 45% on all shipments. That brings the cost down to $75.17. Now, what if I had a UPS account? Now, sometimes they'll give a discount for business accounts. So let me log into my business account and we'll see if that cost comes down. Okay, this is a residential address, and that's going to change the cost as well. These shippers, they charge you more for residential addresses because they don't want to drive through the suburbs to deliver 4 packages in a huge area. They want to be able to try to stick everything to the business districts of these towns, and they make more money like that if they stick to the business district. And that's a good tip. If you own a business or if you work somewhere and you're there reliably every day at the time that these shippers are dropping things off, you might consider having these things shipped to your business because that is going to reduce the cost. Like if you're receiving a guitar, for instance, if you've ordered something and you're receiving it, have it shipped to your workplace or your business, and that way you could get a discount for that. Okay, so it looks like it's pretty much exactly the same cost. The lowest cost is still $75.17 with UPS. So let's go over to FedEx and see what it would cost on FedEx. What did I say? 41 by 21 by 15 with $500 of declared value. Calculate the rates. And a whopping $115.07. That's just with no account. So let's see what it would cost with an account. Okay, so that brings the price down considerably on FedEx from $115 down to $88.33. It claims here that the published rate is $93.24, but I don't know where they're getting that, because we didn't see that before, did we? We saw $115. So one more tweak I would like to make to this, just to see how low we could get this cost. Now, that's still not as low as the UPS one. So UPS has FedEx beat on this particular package from $75 to $88. So that's actually a pretty decent percentage. But let's see what we could get this down to if we got rid of the declared value of $500. So that brings it down to $82.58. That's still not very low, is it? 41 by 17 by 3. We're going to see what it would have cost if we just shipped it in this box instead of the inside the other box. Okay, so just for giggles, let's put in the new dimensions for the smaller box. We'll keep the 15 pounds. So let's see what the cost would be now with the smaller box and no declared value. 20 bucks. So let's see if UPS could top this price, this $20. Okay, so I've put in all the same information on UPS as far as to and from. So let's see, what I say, 41 by 17, right? 41 by 17 by 3 on this new package. So let's see, with no declared value and no extras, let's see if UPS can beat FedEx's low cost of $20.05. And they do. $17.29. So UPS is currently beating FedEx, at least for this particular shipment. Now, this is probably going to vary depending on where you are, on who beats who, and what time of year it is, and all these different factors. For whatever reason, right now, to ship from Missouri to Kentucky by UPS is cheaper. and $17 as opposed to what was, you know, the top end was $115, or you could spend a lot more than that, but $115. Yeah, dude, that's a huge difference. This should be a lesson to you, man. Try to get as small a box as you can and have it still fit and still fit safely. And whatever you do, try to get rid of the declared value, because honestly, it doesn't do a lot for you anyway. A lot of times they'll refuse to pay out regardless if you did your own packaging, unless they package themselves. That they'll refer you to some fine print in their agreements on the insurance, and it has to be their packaging and this and that, and they'll try not to pay out. I've had experiences with this before with all shippers. They'll do this stuff. But just out of curiosity, I want to also see what the lowest possible cost would be shipping via USPS. So let's try USPS. Okay, so again, 15 pounds. We're not going to do any declared value. Okay, $29.85 for priority mail. So significantly higher than UPS or FedEx. So yeah, what are the takeaways from this? First of all, USPS is not where you want to go to ship guitars. It never has been, in my experience. Either FedEx or UPS has always been the cheapest, and it kind of bounces back and forth between those two. So it really behooves you to check one website and then go check the other website. Also, you are going to get a discount if you do your package and you print your label online. Don't walk into the store with your package and hand it to the clerk, because they automatically charge you more for doing that. I know they charge you more definitely at UPS, and I think they do the same thing at FedEx. So that's another good tip. Also, get an account, because oftentimes one or more of these shippers will offer discounts for simply having an account. And if you have a certain type of account, like a business account, they'll give you an even steeper discount. Always have packages shipped to your business, because they will give you a discount by doing that over a residential address. So yeah, hopefully this stuff really helps. If you stick to some of these suggestions, it's going to really help you out when you go to ship a guitar, because shipping has become super expensive. And if you don't do all of these little things, you won't be able to trade guitars and make it a profitable thing for you. It'll cost you money in the end. One of the extras that probably is a good idea is to have a signature required, but you could also do the same thing sort of by having them hold it at the location. If you're worried about it being stolen off the porch or something, just have them hold it at the location and have the recipient go pick it up at the local warehouse or shipping center. So anyway, I hope that helps you guys. This is something that concerns us all if we trade a lot in guitar stuff. So if you haven't done so already, hit subscribe down below. And for now, we will see y'all later.